Sorry about that. Video again cut out, but I will piece them together. So find your core of ultimate peace and universal love. Release your toxic emotion, replace them with forgiveness, compassion, and serenity. What you have been through allows you to appreciate the pain of another's path. Ah, Shay, yo. Oh my God. Can you see that? Pause it and read this. I'm gonna send it to you, but holy shit. What you're going through is allowing you to understand everybody else around you. Like, it's almost like when, oh my God. Okay, so when you've gone a certain journey, like let's say you walk down the street, right? And you know that there's a pothole. You've tripped over that pothole. You fell, you scraped your knee, you've gone through an experience, it fucked up your head. Like now you're kind of scared to walk down that street. But now, now you have to take that path because let's say like it's on the way to your kid's school. So now you have to go that route. And even though you're afraid of that fucking road, you can be strong enough to go down that road because it has to do with your kid. Like, something, or your love for someone, your compassion towards life, compassion towards people, compassion towards your loved ones is going to give you the strength to do things that you never thought you were capable of doing. So then the next side of that is you can empathize with people. You can understand. You can really feel people. And when they say like, you know, my day was fucking crazy. I just took a detour because the normal path I'm used to going down, the road's closed, and I went down this road with the biggest fucking pothole and I scraped my knee today. And you're like, wow, I completely understand what you're saying. Like, I've been down that road before. I hate that fucking pothole. Like, but you know what? Use this aloe. It's going to help your skin heal faster. Put a cold compress on it. That, like, eat some ice cream or something. Like, take your mind off of it. Like, you're going to give the best advice because of you being able to connect to somebody else's experience based on your own pain. So the thing about like being a Scorpio, your pain and your inner knowledge goes so deep. Like you're so aware of things on even like the surface, but on such a deeper level. Like on the surface, you may ask somebody like, how's your day going? And they may just like smile, but you're reading their body language. You're seeing like what they're saying, what they're not saying. Those are like the deeper levels to it. You're starting to notice patterns. You're paying attention to even the most minute things that create ripples. They create ripples. Like, even though the top of the water can look calm, there's currents and all kinds of things turning and twisting underneath. That's what you're experiencing right now. Like, you are the storm. You're the calmness that, like, is a representation of how, like, hell hath no fury, like a woman scorned. That's interesting, and I don't know where that came from. Like, why I said that just now. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. So, like, I don't know. Is it you? Like, who's upset here? Like, what happened? Are you carrying forward past pain or, like, past, because what I'm getting about this, too, is, like, knowing how, like, I feel like because of past relationships you've been in, like, possibly, you know, even the past relationship where you've gotten divorced and stuff, you've picked up valuable lessons, like things that, I don't even know the average person would be able to, like, really comprehend is what I'm getting. But you keep that stuff on such a deep level where it's like when it comes to the surface, it scares you. Like you're running from something because you're almost scared of past pain or past experiences. But you're supposed to use that going forward. Like it's supposed to help you have a better understanding of your partner, a better understanding of your child or children. It's further development. I'll leave it at that. And I do have to piece these videos together, so I'm not sure how long this is gonna be. I mean, you'll definitely get your time, but hopefully, like, I don't take too much of it. And thank you again, Ashe. All right. Want to get into your love reading. there's such a spiritual like awareness around you. I feel like kisses on the cheek or the forehead are important. Like you'll feel like, I don't know, it's like almost like a, I want to say butterfly kiss. Like that would be the sensation of how it feels, but something minute, but that you feel it tickle like the hairs of your cheeks or your forehead, the hair on your forehead. Ashe. This is for Rachel. Aww. Ashe. Give me another card, another love message for Rachel and honeymoon. But that already flipped over, so just one more card, please. Ashe. Uncle Ralph, what does Rachel need to know right now? Give me a message for Rachel. Alright. That's from Uncle Ralph. Codependency is here. So addictions, it says, addictions are affecting your romantic life. I feel like you may be addicted to a certain way of being. Aw, you deserve love is here. That's from your uncle. So first of all, first card out is it is safe for you to love. So open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Why are you closing yourself off? Is it the like, because I feel like everybody's going through a bout of like depression right now. A darkness of the soul. It's like a collective thing, and it's hard to like really put my finger on it, but everybody's experiencing some sort of like, because it's Pisces season. We're going through a death. We're going through ego deaths. We're going through like real deaths, emotional deaths, like all kinds of different like attachments to things that we are now transforming ourselves, so we no longer need those things. We have to cut them off, and that's hard for a lot of people. You have soulmate here. So this is your soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. You are with the person you are supposed to be with. And honeymoon is here. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. You may need to go take a vacation with your loved ones, and you deserve love. So it's safe for you to love and you deserve love is telling me like you're coming out of space where you weren't necessarily feeling so safe. I don't know if it's because of your own mental blockage. I don't know if it's because of the things you went through in the past. But I do get that you need some time alone. You need some time alone to expand your love, to like renew, I want to say renew vows, or renew, you know, the promises maybe even that you make to each other. Like you should have certain goals within the relationship. I feel like codependency is a big issue here because of letting go of control. You are a fixed sign, so we have the tendency to be controlling. We have the tendency to try to direct the course of things, when the universe is saying like you kind of have to trust and be at peace so that things can flow to you naturally. You don't have to work as hard when you have someone else working for you, and the force or the someone else is the universe. So it's like literally the best thing that you could have working for you. I don't know if coming out of honeymoons, coming out of like those periods of once you've been around somebody for a while, now it's not like you're starting to learn the real them. They're starting to see the real you. So it's like there needs to be a renewal even, or a remembrance of why you even got together in the first place. Because I feel like the longer that like somebody starts to see the shadows, or like even in your transformation, you may have to shed things. You may shed certain parts of yourself. You may be throwing away your clothes. You may feel the need to start spring cleaning, and it's not even spring yet, but it's a death. It's a death of like the things that aren't serving you anymore. You're changing. You're not the same person you used to be. So you have to allow the newness within your life, and you do that by releasing the old. You release the pain. In your instance, releasing pain isn't necessarily what is called for you to do. It's more so of understand why you went through that pain. Understand what you learned out of that pain. Understand how much further you are because of that pain is your message. I feel like when it comes to relationships, you may have someone that's kind of dependent on you for your emotion. Like you are the emotional supply, or the emotional you provide something to them, like that they feel like it may be like a foundation or grounding, something like where because you are so aware of yourself and how you feel about things, it allows somebody else more clarity. So it's like, never doubt what you bring to the table. I feel like maybe there's a fear here of being too dependent on someone. But I feel like if they're offering to provide for you, you need to allow them to do so, because you provide things too. Like, it's an equal give and take. And when you feel like you're getting more or less than you deserve, you have to calibrate. You have to recalibrate, because that means you're either doing too much or not enough. So start to call back your own power and things and how you do affect them. You can create a positive outcome. I promise you. Rachel, you have everything in you, if not more. You have more. You have so much you can give some to others, is where you are in life. You may not feel it now, but it's more of like your spiritual bank, if that makes sense. It's not like you have to bring it here to the physical realm, but in your spiritual bank, like, you can make all kinds of fucking deposits, withdrawals, like whatever you want to do. So you have to decide how to spend your energy, how to trust, and how to see things aren't what we always first assume, or sometimes they are exactly what we think they are. So trust yourself that even if, all right, so when I say things aren't what we assume, an assumption is you have, like, okay, for example, you'll hear a voice in your head that'll say this person, first of all, you'll hear a voice in your head that will say, like, somebody's coming. Next thing you know, somebody walks through the door. You're looking at this person, and let's say they look fucking homeless, right? That would be an assumption. You're assuming they're homeless. The reality is they just probably didn't feel like dressing up that day. Your senses are going to let you know about people and things, but you being human and who you are and just a part of the humanity, the human culture, like the culture in general, it can place certain blockages in front of you where it puts people into certain boxes that maybe you don't realize that you're putting them there. And it may be out of pain that you're doing this. I feel the need to say, and I don't know where this is coming from, but like, hurt people. And I know that's never the intention, but it's almost like when we're reflecting out of like a foggy glass, or like if you wear glasses and your glasses have smudges all over them, can you really see somebody clearly? Can you really see anything clearly? Like, if your tool or your source of magic, White Witch, be the light, if your tool chest or dreams and journey, I really get a lot of messages about your dreams. I want a couple more cards, and I'm going to send you this as well. But your dreams aren't trying to torment you. High Priest, intent and create. Exactly. They're to show you direction, give you path, inspiration, allow energy to flow through you. Like, almost be what is that? Like, be a witness to it. I feel like you need to be more interactive in your dreams, but maybe right now you just need to witness what you're capable of. It's almost like somebody not seeing, you need to feel loved. You're not seeing your power. You need to get into a comfortable space where you feel loved. Get around people that make you feel love. Be the light. Is showing me here that you like, it's almost like you need to find your way out of a dark space here. You're looking to love for that to happen. A High Priest. This could be like looking even, and I feel like this is under codependency as well, but you could be looking to your partner to have all the answers, and he doesn't. Like, he's definitely your guardian. He's definitely there to love and protect and like provide, you know, but he's not gonna have there's knowledge there. There's a shared knowledge or a shared truth, especially with the birds. It's like a higher perspective that you share. But that doesn't necessarily mean that like he's going to have the answers for your path. I feel like they're going to come in your dreams. Start to pay attention to your dreams, write them down, maybe do things to help you start dreaming more, such as like going to bed earlier, drinking water before you go to sleep. Love and let yourself be loved is here. You're really shutting down. This is the heart guardian. You're guarding your heart all over again. And broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. You don't have peace in your heart at all right now. And you see how she's got the gilded heart, it's locked up. It's been locked away. Like, who do you feel the need to protect yourself from? And then I'm getting the Scarlet Witch. Like, the White Witch and the Scarlet Witch are two different energies. So it's almost like, are you afraid of what you're capable of doing in a relationship? Or how you can almost feel like you're driving people away because of your love? Or because of how you love? Or because of your need to feel loved? It's like all those things are natural. They're human. And you have to be vulnerable. You're going to get to spaces where your emotions are overwhelming. You're going to need to cry. You're going to feel like there's absolutely nothing more that you can do. And that's exactly where you need to be. You need to be broken. You need to be to the point where you're ready to fucking give up. Because I'm not going to say that. The universe needs you to give up. You need to give up control. You don't control any of this. And it's like the faster that you realize that and that you can let go of what you think you know and what you think is going to happen or how you plan things to. Because at the same time that I'm telling you to be intentional, I'm telling you, like, be intentional in terms of knowing that the universe is going to come through for you. If you can keep an open mind about things, if you can keep telling yourself that you know what you deserve and you know what you are bringing into being because of your intentions, the universe is going to support it, especially if it's not karmic, especially if it's not like against someone else's will, if it's not harming anyone, if it's like just about opening up your heart to be able to love again because you've been through bad experiences where it's like stopping you from even being comfortable. Very soon is here, and stay optimistic about your love life. I can't make this shit up, you know? It's all right here on the table. It's telling me, and finances and careers is where I ended, so I don't know if that's having a factor too. If something's like money's being affected, I do feel like you're codependent on a person to provide for you, but it's like that's because you're Mother Earth. Like you reciprocate it just as you get it, if not more so. The medicine guardian is here, so I feel like you're protected. I don't know how else to keep saying it other than you're protected. Be open to healing information. So the healing information I get is that you may need to change your environment. You may need to like look into feng shui, look into how to raise your chi, which is like your natural life force. All those things are being affected, and that affects your ability to bring in money. That affects your ability to feel grounded and stable within this plane. Because think about it, earth energy, pentacles, all that stuff's physical. Mother Earth, if you are Mother Earth, which is like Empress energy, so that's someone that's loving, that's someone that's down to fight, that's someone that's intelligent, that's someone that's like empathetic and open-hearted, that's someone that's like able to heal others. Like, I can't keep emphasizing enough how strong you are and how powerful. Like, if you could understand, like these two, with Mother Earth here, these two are married in the spiritual realm, you know? Like, he's her protector all day. Look at them. Like, I feel like this is you guys. He's bringing healing, he's bringing health, he's bringing knowledge, and it's ancestral knowledge, it's DNA. It's like unlocking things within you. And it's not, with the owl too, it's ancient wisdom. It's wisdom of your ancestors. I feel like sisters. Again, I get a lot of sisters when like your mother's sisters, your mother, and she's not even looking, so she went from, because I was wanting to put it like this. You're looking to him. That's how I'm seeing this. That's how I'm reading this. And then I feel like somebody's watching down, like somebody's blessing this union. I feel like you're standing before, I don't know, there's an angel watching over you. I just can say it like that. Like, you're standing before God, and like, it's almost like you've done it before. It's an ancient thing. Like, it's a tradition that continues through your mother's bloodline. Start asking more questions about that to your relatives when you get the opportunity. Ask them what it was like for them when they first fell in love. Like, even if it's just your father, or like speak to a loved one about what their experiences with love are, because I feel like that will help put into perspective for you why you're going through what you're going through, because you're healing their wounds. You're healing past generation. You're healing your DNA. All the changes that you make where you become uncomfortable and you get to the point where you have to surrender. Because if I'm being honest, the surrender is like suicide energy. A lot of people are feeling that right now. Like, it's a collective energy going around right now where like people are offing or unaliving themselves. Like, souls are being swept up, like in such a massive way. If you've noticed, like, since I want to say COVID started, 2020, like, a lot of people aren't here anymore. And they're just guardians now. Their souls, like, walking amongst us, trying to protect us. Because, like, until they I don't want to get too deep, sorry. But until they come back here, they're your ancestry. They're within your DNA. And they'll come back as your grandkids. Or someone else's grandkids in your bloodline. So I'll just leave it at that. Alright. You have 5 of Pentacles, the Magician, the Artist, and the High Priestess. For the High Priestess and the Magician to come out together, that's 1 and 2. With 4 of Wands. Bottom of the deck. This is stability, security. This is 11-11 energy, so soulmate energy. Soulmates within a home. This is a lot to do with like how you build your home, the energy you bring to your home, the celebrations you have within your home, like the stability of 4 walls, 4 being complete. And how do you be complete? You have 11, so 1 soul. So okay, 11 represents 2 ones, right? The divine feminine, the divine masculine coming together in union, that equals 1. That's on the masculine side. On the feminine side, a divine feminine, divine masculine coming together to equal 1. Divine feminine. When they come together, they still equal 1. It's somebody being whole and their partner being whole and them producing a whole thing. I'm telling you, when I keep seeing like matrimony or like coming before God, like this is, and then the angel over it. Like, you have somebody watching over you right now, and you're underneath the 4 of Wands was the 5 of Wands, or I'm sorry, this is the 7 of Wands. You're fighting off other people's opinions, other people's thoughts. They may not be yours, as I keep trying to reiterate. And it may be like thoughts around how you hold your household or how your household is ran. It's like you feel the need to defend yourself because something is going slower than you anticipated. But that's because it's bringing more stability along the way. It's like cleaning up as you're moving forward. So I'm thinking about sweeping. Like, it's a way easier to just walk in a straight line. But think about if you're walking but trying to sweep up your path as you're walking. Like, so that you're not creating footsteps or something behind you. So like you're constantly turning around and trying to sweep. Walking forward becomes a lot harder when you're trying to clean up your past. That's a message right there. Just walk forward. You don't need to clean up shit. Like, let somebody else see your footsteps, because guess what? They could learn from it. Your footsteps could create a new path for somebody else to even see that it's possible to do things. Like, it's possible to get out of depression. It's possible to get out of like anxiety and all these different thoughts that are telling us no, or telling us we're not good enough, or telling us like I wasn't capable of doing it. So it's almost like they're scared to see you do it. Like, but you're stronger than that. Be stronger than that. Like, be a vessel for things to happen through you. Not to you, but through you. Like, through you, good things can happen, and through you, bad things can happen. Be a path for both. We need to learn to be neutral. Like, sometimes horrible shit happens. It scares the fuck out of us. But guess what? It makes us a stronger person now. Because if we ever have to deal with it again or ever have to be strong for somebody else, we can pull courage from places we didn't even know it existed there. And that's the beauty behind it. Like, there's something to say about having strength. And I feel like you really have a lot of it. So don't doubt yourself. So it's like a woman and a child too. Feeling left out in the cold or feeling like isolated. I feel like it's almost like somebody here is a manifester, the magician. So it's almost like somebody wants to change the course of something. Like, he's looking in on the, like, somebody feeling left out. And he really wants to change the course of it, especially with the artist here. Like, paint a different picture. He wants to change the outcome for you. Like, this is really high manifesting, especially with the high priestess to follow. Like, this is on such a, spiritual level, even. Like, changing values, changing, like, the course of things in general. But it's to allow more, art is more colorful, more of a colorful picture, more enjoyable moments, more time outside even. And I see the clouds, like dreams, allowing times to have dreams even while you're awake. Like, being able to paint a picture to me is really like writing it down, describing, or like even just drawing, putting paper to pen is really important. Or pen to paper, because of the fact that it's wood. When you speak into wood or when you deal with wood, it's like ancient knowledge. It's really like, I know I'm going really off. I'm trying to say a whole bunch of different things at the same time. So what I'm really trying to say is, like, you get to rewrite history. You get to describe things on a cellular level that, like, you don't even know you're doing it for the DNA, for your ancestors, for like your loved ones. They're all here helping you, like, manifest more. I'll read this a couple different ways, because I also just saw that somebody's hiding that they want to create something or want to start something new, and they're trying to manifest a way of bringing you out of the cold, bringing you out of a situation where you feel like you don't have enough, or something's not enough here. Like, it's plenty. Like, I feel like you're more so defensive because things are coming in slowly and you're looking for a new opportunity. You're looking for, like, the chance to take a risk. It may require you to take a risk because you have new information coming in. Ashe. New information in terms of, like, your partner bringing to you, like, ways that you could change your situation, but maybe you're not comfortable with it. If somebody asks you to do something that you never done before, it may feel like they don't understand you. So, like, you're kind of leaving them feeling out in the cold, and they're leaving you feeling the same way, because it's like a misfiring or miscommunication is here. It really puts you into being in a defensive mode. And, like, your actions that you take are more on a defensive, like, let me protect myself kind of thing. But it's also like a standing your ground and really coming to know self. Like, what is best for you? Do you really know that? Do you ask yourself that? Do you spend time talking to your ancestors, your passed on loved ones, to really figure out what's next? Sometimes you have to get to the like, you have to give up everything. You have to stop, we'll work a problem until there's no more workable methods in our fucking, like, repertoire of what we have available to us to use. Like, once you've exhausted that, that's when you allow faith to come in. That's when you allow the artist within, Mother Earth, to the universe, to come in and just provide, be abundant, be so creative and, like, new. You invoke newness because of the fact that you've let go of all the things that now you know don't work. Do that. cleaning houses here. There's something to be said about like the home, feeling left out in the cold, changes of the home, maybe healing your home, saging it. I told you earlier, feng shui, you need to change your furniture around. Do that on a seasonal kind of thing. Like, mix up the energy. Start to speak. I was listening to somebody say, start to ask the universe questions. Like, why am I so beautiful? Why am I so smart? Why am I so, like, creative? Why am I, like, ask those kinds of questions, because once you already put that energy out there, like you are accepting of these things that you are, the universe is just going to continue to go along with that script and provide it, as if, like, you know, it's almost that fake it until you make it energy. I feel like that's happening here. It may be happening within a career, or it may need to. Like, you may not know all the answers, but that doesn't mean everybody else needs to know that. Like, you should have your doubt. You should be scared, but, like, don't let other people know that that's what you're doing. Or maybe, like, within your partner, you're able to, like, open up and be on a more vulnerable level. But I feel like once you become vulnerable, there may be some sort of expectation now that you have where you need to loosen up, like, control once again, because you can't tell someone how to love you, how to receive you. Like, I was speaking earlier about, you can't go against the universe, like the natural order of the universe. So as much as, like, we want people to be, like, in our corner, and as much as people even want to volunteer to be in our corner, like, not every lesson or mission, I'll even say, requires a partner. Some of these journeys are journeys of self. Sometimes you have to break down the person that you were before, and it's an ego death. It's like a physical death. It feels like you're dying. It feels like you're losing every fiber of who you were, because you are, in order to become something better, in order to become something new. But it's really retrieving something in you. It was already in you to begin with. It's just retrieving something different that's allowing you. I really can't make this stuff up. So let's love people, love them with all your heart. Just be sure to love yourself first. That's your message. Security. True security comes from having, True security comes from having a reserve of time, space, energy, personal power, and love. Make deposits in all of these accounts and you'll be a wealthy person indeed. You already are. Your deposits may be running a little low right now, like your spiritual bank. Maybe you've been making a lot of withdrawals, but you're already, and this is like the message that they have, you know, from the deck. You can screenshot this so you can read it. I don't know if you might get something out of that. But the bottom of the deck is needs. You see that? Vacation time? Where was honeymoon? I don't want to waste too much time getting it. It's right here. Vacation time, honeymoon. There may be a need to spend some, like, quality time with just, like, your nuclear family, or those that you created. Yeah, there's a change here. So it says, do you need more time to yourself, a break from thinking too much, a kind encounter with a friend? Your needs matter and it's time to honor them. Maybe go visit a friend in a warm climate. Go take a trip. Just go be somewhere nice. Or maybe you're in that space, so have somebody come visit you. And it may help them too. Like, I feel like a lot of people, I don't want to say feed off your energy, but you rejuvenate a lot of people with your energy. So you need to continue to, like, again, deposit in self so that you can provide for others, because you offer so much love. Like, there's love all around you. People really love you. Shit, I love you. I don't know if I've said that, but you, Rachel, you are amazing. So you cannot pour from an empty cup. And I'll send you the meaning of the cards. Just wrapping it up for now. This is 35. And then at the bottom of the deck, you got this card. You will only see the way by making the way. I'm telling you, your readings always run together. This is so powerful too, because I feel like, first of all, your cup, your emotions, your soul. Didn't I tell you to look up, what did I say? The chi, your life force. Your life force, you're draining yourself. Like, you're draining yourself to try to bleed into the earth, which is infinite. Like an infinite, abundant thing. The light, like, think about even the earth as I speak. Like, it's made up of like 70% water. You're Scorpio, water. Like, this is your element. You know what I mean? To be on earth, like, you get to do both. Like, with your energy, you get to bring in physical things. If only you could learn to, like, turn the emotions into something profitable, or to something like, it's gaining a sense of control. But it's almost like the magician, honestly, where he can start to manipulate things based off of his emotions. So it's like, when you have that sort of sense of like how strong your emotions run and everything, like, you can go further from there. Like, you can go another layer deeper and like figure out why, figure out maybe even how it came to be. Like, really get to the root of where things are. Like, the root, get deeper, you know? Not just start looking at things on a surface level, but it's like, if you want to keep things surface level, move forward. Don't hold on to it. Like, you need to just keep it. If you don't want to go too deep with things, then keep it surface level, meaning stop sweeping. Stop trying to clean up. Just walk. Just do it. Just like, if you have certain things you know you need to do during the day, instead of like, because I get like ADD and I have it so bad, I swear. It's like, you can become obsessive compulsive or be distracted and then like not want to do anything because of the fact of how overwhelmed you are by how much there is to do. That's the energy I'm getting from this. Like, it's gonna exhaust you just even going in that circle or that cycle of thinking. Something here needs to stay grounded. You need to allow your work to become your art. Your lighthouse guides you to the stars is here. But I'm going to send you the meanings of these. And I just really am drawn to the sun on this, the sunshine. And that looks like a town, like a small town where it's like really hot, and there's even like a river or water running through it. Go to the water. Go balance yourself out around like running water. Allow your vibrations to change and get more on a the nature vibration of nature, because that'll open up your heart chakra. You have a lot of love and heart healing that needs to take place right now. You are the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. And that will change your course. So the messages are here that I felt like I was going to say something earlier about the cards that came out. I think I did read it differently, because with the High Priestess, what I really want to speak on with that is how much you're hiding this. Like, somebody's really hiding something. You're trying to hide that you're empty. You're trying to hide that maybe you can't even see a way forward. But you have to create, like, this is the spark. This is that, like, excitement that you have to get again. Excitement and discovery. Like, discovering something within you. I feel like this could be your uncle. This is so interesting too, like an older man showing you the way, giving you a spark. I'm gonna send you the meaning of this card so that you can see what this message is, and then look at the butterfly, right? That's a transformation. But he gives me like the explorer, like I'm trying to think of what that guy would be, but it's like I don't know if you know the cartoon, the Wild Thornberries, but like the father off of the Wild Thornberries. is the energy I'm getting, and it's because of the mustache. And weren't they Australian or something? I don't know if Australia has any significance, but something to do with like, oh, and then there's an acorn. I don't know if you can see that. The acorn. That's interesting. And it's a torch. He's got his stick is on fire. But it's like, what I wanted to say about this too is like how you're bleeding like out. You're bleeding all over the world. But maybe it's like, instead of pouring water, you're pouring like blood. You're pouring out life force. So like cry so that you don't have to like necessarily like feel your energy leave you. Because I feel like it's something you're like, there's a bleeding here, and I don't know what that has to do with. So it's like an emergency. I don't know, fire. I don't know. I'm getting a weird energy off of this now. Go near water is all I keep feeling the need to say to you. Take a bath. Spend more time just like calming self, because maybe you're firing off like in terms of like your mental, like a lot of things are just setting you off. So in order to calm that, spend more time around water to cleanse yourself. And Ashe, I love you, Rachel. I hope this helps. I hope this gives you some sort of insight. I will be sending you a lot of pictures and different things to help like bring all of this together, because this is a lot of different messages here, but a lot of love. There's a lot of love around you and within you, so embrace that. Ashe. Thank you.